Hello again, health warriors, and welcome to day 3 of our intermittent fasting challenge. And today you're going to eventually choose which fasting window and which eating window you're going to use for yourself. So this is your time to shine. Take a moment to decide which you think is going to resonate with you the best, which fasting window resonates the best with you. And remember, this isn't a life sentence. If you choose a window that you don't think later on it doesn't look like it's working for you, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. We can change. You can change it. We've got 2 months. A lot can happen in 2 months. But let's start off by making a decision. So the first window to choose from is 12 hours of eating and 12 hours of fasting. Those are the windows. That's not to say you're going to eat continuously for 12 hours. Far from it. But those are the windows of time that you allow yourself to eat. So for example, you may decide that 7 o'clock at night is going to be the last of what is going to be when you close your window, your eating window. And then at that time you open your fasting window. And if it's 7 o'clock tonight, then you'll be fasting until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And in that time, we'll be restricted in what you can even drink. So let me quickly tell you, you can have water, just plain water, not flavored water, or you can have unsugared white tea or coffee. Probably shouldn't be drinking coffee at night, but you do you. When it comes to flavored teas, be careful, be very careful that they're not those strongly flavored teas, because the stronger flavored teas can sometimes cause your body to spike its insulin output. Don't let that confuse you. Just know, no sugar in your tea or coffee, no milk in your tea or coffee during your fasting window. Herbal teas are fine, just not the flavored ones. Not the artificially flavored ones where they have to be manufactured. If that doesn't make sense, chat to your group or your community. And if you still are struggling with that concept, put in your question. I will see your question if it's here on YouTube or if it's in our Facebook group. And I'll try and help you to understand a bit better. The 14-10 fasting and eating window. We're going to fast a little bit longer, and so this is obviously a little bit more advanced and a little bit more challenging for you, especially if you're a beginner. And in this time, you are going to fast for 14 hours. So using our previous example, if you stopped eating at 7 p.m., when you wake up in the morning, you're going to wait until 9 a.m. before you start eating and opening your eating window. You can keep on with your water, with your black unsugared tea and your black unsugared coffee. Yep, black. I was about to say and don't have milk, but I've obviously said that already. Okay, so that is the 14-10. You'll be fasting for 14 hours and your eating window will be open for 10 hours. A little bit more challenging. And then our final option for in terms of this challenge is the 16-8 fasting and eating windows. And in this case, using the previous example where you're stopping and closing your eating window at 7 p.m, if that's your time, then you will be the next morning staying fasted until 11 a.m. So as you can see, that's a lot more challenging and it's a lot more advanced. It's not so easy for beginners. It's up to you what you want to do, but it is definitely the more challenging of the options. And once again, during your fasting window, you can be drinking as long as it's something that you're allowed to drink. And there again, water is your safest option. Black unsugared tea, black unsugared coffee is not a problem. And so I think you can see why I keep saying that for brand new beginners, in my opinion, the 12-12 window is probably the best place to start because it's probably not that different to what you are used to. Unless you're a snacker, unless you're an evening snacker, in which case this whole intermittent fasting challenge will be a lot more challenging for you. But as I've said before, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be a challenge. And so let's do it. I'd really like you to challenge yourself, there's the word again, to take this step today. I'd really, really recommend that you go ahead, you make your decision today, and don't go to bed tonight without your decision having been made about which fasting and eating windows you're going to use for the purpose of this challenge. And I'll see you back here tomorrow when we're going to start talking more about the nitty-gritty of what it means to be intermittent fasting. We're going to start talking about food and things like that. So I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, take care.